I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here now. Sorry, I was doing a lot. Things were happening. I finally decided to shave my face, not with an electric razor. I have to admit something. I've developed an aversion to, like, blades and needles and stuff, and I don't really know how it happened, besides just, like, I got tired of injecting my estrogen, and it just, like, sucked, and I like, the actual estrogen happening part was great, but I didn't like using the needles at all, and, like, almost every other option for estrogen is just, like, kind of annoying, you know? Like, I gotta take pills every day or every 2 days, or I gotta, like, you know? So smooth now. Yeah, I actually use, like, shaving cream and stuff this time instead of electric razor. It's like, it makes my face feel so much better than if I just use an electric razor. And since, like, I'm someone who really doesn't like having facial hair, it's just, like, it feels so much good. It feels so much better. Smoothness in the face is a really good feeling. Anyway, sorry I'm late. I can unpin this now. As the title says, we are going to play ENA again. We're going to... I don't know which order we're going to do it in. I can get it in one run, but it's going to be easier if I do one ending type and then the other ending. So, I don't fully know yet. But, I think the plan is I'm going to try to get the dog on the way to the bathroom. I have to do the purge route to get that dog, from what I understand. And I need... Let's see. I probably should have set up a save file to get the dog first. But I haven't, so... Excuse me. I don't really have a lot to yap about today. I got most of what I wanted to talk about out on Tuesday. I have been going on walks lately, actually. My girlfriend got me in the habit of just, like, going on walks. Howdy. Hello, Void. How are you? I'm not sure if you've actually chatted yet, so if you're a first-time chatter, hello there. And welcome to the stream. I'm gonna get to ENA in a moment here, but yeah, I don't have a lot to yap about. I'm mostly just excited to play this again. It's probably gonna be the last time I actually play it on stream until Chapter 2 comes out eventually. But Chapter 2, I'm obviously very excited for whenever that does happen. The, like, ENA Dream Barbecue is now Deltarune to me. In that, I hope the next chapter gets released soon, when it's probably gonna get released in, like, 2 or 3 years. I don't mind, though. It's gonna be great. Alright, I'm just gonna boot up Dream Barbecue now. I think it's already set up in OBS. I don't remember what I was doing for... I don't know what corner I was taking. Was I going upside down mode? I guess I was going upside down mode. This is just what we're doing now for story games. Silk Song's been replaced with ENA, thank God. Okay, sorry, I gotta knock at my door. Okay. Plan is get the alternate ending, which I have already done, I have already seen. I mostly just want to talk about ENA while I play through it again. I might skip some dialogue, but I'm probably gonna not. I'm gonna avoid skipping as much as I can. But that's mostly just because, like, I've played the game before. There's no surprises for me right now. There's also a secret I want to get, but I think I might get it in my own time. But I don't know yet, so... I guess it just depends on what happens during this version of our playthrough. So I'm gonna show you real quick. I have every dog except for this fourth one after Sticky Note Dog. I want to go through these. And yeah. Okay. Obviously my girlfriend is allowed to call when she likes. So get more chatting done. And if she doesn't feel like calling today, that is also okay. I like playing in it either way. Alright. Red Out World. We got a Red Out World save going, I guess. Alright. Why not? Oh, she's calling. Yay!
Hello.
Hi, babe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay.
Alright, cool.
I'll pop out to chat. Pop out.
Alright, so plan is doing Purge route. I'm just gonna grab the taxi driver's head. I might talk to some characters for fun. But I'm just gonna grab taxi driver's head, immediately go to Purge, and then do that route and try to find the dog.
Oh, can you screen share?
Oh yes, I always forget to do that. I've been forgetting to do it lately because we just got back in. We just got back into the groove of this. So
yeah, this is my podcast now.
All right,
my podcast where I don't get to know what's happening.
All right, there you go.
Yay!
Speedrun strat. Not kidding when I say speedrun strat. Apparently, shaking your mouse violently makes you go faster.
And I was freaking out.
I'm not actually gonna be speedrunning this, but I will comment my thoughts. I will comment thoughts when I am in cutscenes. I'm not gonna quiet down for dialogue this time, like I did before. I just fucking love this scene so much.
But could you tell me
where the hell is
I know.
Meanie ENA so swag.
This yarn is not cooperating with me.
Hi, Vinny.
Vincent Sauce.
I just love how fucking everyone in this game tries to convince you they're the boss.
They don't try very hard though.
They just say I am. They just say I am the boss, and you're like no, and they're like yeah, you're right, I'm not the boss.
I tricked you.
Except you didn't get tricked.
what are your pain points? What's your problem? What are our business struggles today?
I love her gay ass poses. And it's my favorite.
I know.
I like prism schemes instead of pyramid schemes also.
3-dimensional now.
Just tell me about this dumb job already.
This pose for Meanie ENA makes me happy for some reason.
It's her swag.
Fuck. Okay, I actually want to talk about the phrasing that characters use with ENA, right? Okay. He said, "Put that dead meat in its place," right?
Yep.
I think ENA very obviously thinks we're being sent to kill someone, but it sounds like we're
supposed to be catering.
We're like a catering company or something. Like that's what it seems like to me.
Tell him to stop coughing. I don't like it.
His coughing's gross. I'll kill him. Don't worry.
Yay.
Don't worry, bro. I get it. I also hate cigarette smoke.
Let's arrange our next ambush at the scene. Could you point out the boss's location?
My awkward zoom in. They should do more zoom-ins like CDI, like the CDI wizard.
Yeah. Love that guy.
I know his name. I know his name is the Shaman, but it's more fun to call him the CDI wizard because he is a CDI wizard.
It gets the point across.
It gets the point across, and everyone understands what I mean. Hey, bro. I'll talk more about why I think that we're just a catering company. First of all, it's called Dream Barbecue. So, my assumption is we're going to the boss
We should be barbecuing something.
to cook them a meal. That's literally what I think we're doing.
I mean, like, this whole thing is like there's supposed to be like a new genie or something.
That figured out where our target was.
Yeah, it's like
I think we're
a
supposed
sort
to
of
be throwing a party.
yeah, it's like a party of some kind.
Did you call me a stinky penguin?
No, but I know a guy who could get you one.
I can hear your thoughts. Stop.
But like, I'm not. See, here's the thing. I'm not like an ENA lore expert. I'm one of those. I'm actually an ENA person who doesn't actually care that much about the lore interest-wise. Because I think the lore is like the least important part of ENA. What's important is
jumping and stimming.
What's important is what you emotionally take away from the experience of ENA. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Did I catch you at an okay time?
Encore vous? Allez-vous-en! Vous sortez la peau.
We have to blow her up for being classist.
And French.
I'm afraid that the smoke here is polluting our lungs.
Very interesting that she,
We'll get rid of it for us so I can deal
in the language she's speaking, she said the word for socialist also,
Awesome.
which I think is fun. The boss hasn't been born yet is an interesting phrasing.
The boss's first birthday barbecue.
Well, who else is involved in the decision making?
Twirls my head around.
Are you poor with words or what? Let's talk, you cheap assistant! Pas de gamme?
Not even the context we were using those words in.
You are still a child
Well, she's
of
stupid,
God.
so it's okay.
There are also clearly some like religious like what's the word I'm looking for? Not undertones.
Overtones,
Like
elements.
there's some religious elements in the world of ENA for sure.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing to me is that God is spelt with a 0 instead of an O.
Mm-hmm. My cup.
えな、あんたの会話をつけてたよ。忌々しいジーニーとドアについて聞いてたんだがね。もしあんたが探しに行くって言うんなら、俺は一緒には行けないみたいだ。
Let him out.
He's doing his job. He likes it.
Oh, okay. Well, let him out anyway, so he doesn't have to do work.
だからジーニーを見つけるのはあんた次第ってことになる。また連絡するよ。おーい。
Heal, heal, frog
Pin me in some moments.
Let her say ass.
Let her say ass. Let her swear. Alright, time to talk to my guy Kane.
If we never talk to him, he can't die.
True, but he also can never be freed from his prison.
True.
I love Kane.
You're not fooling anyone, fraud!
Ну да, твоя правда. Меня звать Кейт, а ты вот Энна. Я тебя тут
I talked about this with you when we were hanging out with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But most interesting thing to me about Kane is he speaks Russian, uses the English pronunciation for Kane, and the character on his shirt is Kane, which is the kanji for money.
Bathroom.
Mm.
So
You must be
Also,
talking
he
about
does
the
he does
genie,
pronounce
true.
Enna's name correctly.
yeah.
Как странно ты называешь туалет.
Like most characters have some kind of mispronunciation of Enna.
Yeah, they say like Ina or
interesting.
Ina. Russia cat.
Russia cat. High coral glasses.
And a standing girl emoji.
Do you want me to turn around and roll my window down?
I finally parsed what she means by that. It's literally just like when you're driving by someone and they like try to get your attention to talk, so you go back and then roll your window down to talk to them. It's a really roundabout way of saying talk.
Take your hand and collect your genius germs.
Is that her skin or her socks, do you think?
I think those are... I think she's like an ankle socks person to me.
That makes sense.
I think that's her skin, personally. But it could very well be her socks.
Eats that paper.
So I have actually done some the fax number secrets a little bit, and they're kind of interesting. But I probably won't do them, mostly because this stream has 2 goals in mind.
This guy.
Professional stalker.
Ooh.
I still don't know his official name.
I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Boss of what? Hogwash?
ENA. Unpopular everywhere, aren't you?
Confirmed that people just hate ENAs.
Yeah, for some reason. We should kill them.
Say, are you a professional stalker?
This camera angle,
Don't take it personally.
like, does things to my neurons for some reason.
No. Common mistake, but sad mistake. Stalker entities are inside crowd door.
The paparazzi.
Begging for autographs for fame. No Piero the Genie equals no town.
Crowd door, is it? Sounds like we've got a busyness there, huh?
I am confident. You are unwelcome at the door. Piero the Genie is an entity with deviant tastes. Just
Who isn't?
like me.
He a freak for real?
Just let us know.
Just let us know. Alright.
I like the little ENA mouth talking icon. It looks like one of those fortune tellers that I never learned how to make.
I think... actually, no wait, no, you're right. It is a mouth talking icon. Hi, Theodora.
Oh. Kills her. Hits her with a rock.
Kills her badly.
変に思うかもしれないんだが、このドアのジーニーじゃないかと思うやつについて俺は何も聞いてないんだよ。なんだかどうも臭い気がするんだがね。ああ、くそにしてもここはナフタリン臭くてかなわんな。
Let's think on it. Gather info and ask questions. I will provide us with the factual truth about this G.
え？バスルーム？あんた急に何言ってんだ？まあいいや、別に。
Obviously, the genie seems to try to, like, obscure her existence somewhat. But again, not a lore head. I don't really think the lore is that important for ENA.
I think Theodora's just a hater.
Also, the bathroom is obviously a metaphor for something, but I still can't figure it out.
Yeah. The terminal.
I guess I could actually do one of the secrets. I will do one of this. I'll actually do the fax number secret. Because I know how to do it.
Mannequin's just walking around.
I know how to do it now. Gotta talk to Tasky Maiden first.
Tasky Maiden.
May I offer you a divestment opportunity?
Divestment? Are you making fun of my unemployment lives?
Alright, I need to pull something up so I don't forget.
Mm-hmm. What? You are ENA? You have a job?
It's more of a lifestyle. That's my destiny. What more could I do? God knows the rest.
Ew. to you, and this is the thanks I get.
Okay, well, I have it pulled up for what it's. I have it pulled up for doing the secret.
Yay! I'm just having fun listening to Tasky Maiden talk.
She kind of rocks the thing.
True.
Tell me, I'm joking.
I like her use of emoticons.
Miss, could you keep it down, please?
Yeah.
The pizza guy's right here.
I concept
always concept art ENA always makes me giggle.
That's why she's there.
Heard a duck in the background.
Oh yeah.
All right, now. My violent shaking.
ENA freaking out on it.
Okay. Okay. 7746837.
Here.
하지만 제가 볼 수 있는 것은 그녀의 정신과사로부터 쓰여진 노트밖에 없었습니다. 또 정말 걱정되는 동시에 또 정말 흥미롭습니다.
Okay, and then we leave, then we come back, and we'll get new Tasky Maiden dialogue in here. Hi, Tasky Maiden.
She got the job.
Guess what? This chicken butt got a new job, baby.
Employment! Woo!
Unemployment loss!
She was absolutely floored by my most awesomest of work abilities. 10 seconds into the interview, and she hired me. All I gotta do is go somewhere else and be quiet. Easy peasy.
Well, she only did the first part.
You want this job too? It's all mine! Bye-bye, chew mold.
Choose mold.
Ew. Don't do that, it's bad for you.
I hate bathrooms.
She talks so gross.
Wait. Go look at, no, turn around and look at the window. To the left. I want to look at the Baby Bell cheese. Turn to the right. The right. Yeah, the Baby Bell.
How do I even get in here anyways? Do I just...
I know there's a way to do it, because I've seen people talk to the hat girl, but I don't know how to do it. I just like looking at the Baby Bell.
Oh well, I'll
Baby
find out
Bell.
one day. That's not what this stream is about. This is not this is not a secret hunting stream. This is a find the last concept art thing stream. And also get the alternate ending, hopefully on the same run.
Holby Jack. Gouda. These are the good ones.
The thing about cheese is there's a lot of good ones.
There's a lot of... Munster is okay. I don't really like Swiss.
Shout out to Pepper Jack.
Pepper Jack is pretty awesome. I can't eat smoked Gouda no more. Jelly beer. I like horseradish cheese.
Can't crouch there. Sad.
Sad. This room gave me a little trouble.
I figured out why platforming in ENA was such a struggle for me for a while. If you correct midair, you just lose so much momentum.
Oh yeah.
Also, hello, strangeful
Hello.
ENA.
Who is that other ENA? What is she doing there?
She's chilling.
Oh, well, as long as she's chilling.
Also, my good friend Mabel is playing Destiny 2.
Mabel.
Mabel streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/MabelGauss. Go there. Go there now. Well, she's not streaming now. But...
Just wait in the chat for a while.
Keep her in mind.
Just sit there until she goes live.
Alright, we're going right to the Purge. And if we fuck up the ending, we'll do the alternate route for funsies.
Yay.
Oh yeah, I think there's also a thing I can do here.
Break into the car, quickly.
I don't actually remember how to do it. There's like a secret in here. Whatever.
What does the license plate say? Yes. I love this.
It was It was intentionally obfuscated with like different textures, but it looks like what AI tries to give you when you tell it to generate something, and it like happens to generate text.
What kind of work are you inmates offering to the public?
And as gay
What is her stance? Yeah,
like,
what is she doing down there? Jigsaw.
Yeah. No problem, man.
That person I was talking about last stream who was talking about like going 87 and 55 keeps posting about them like going 95 miles per hour, and it's like, you don't need to tell us about this in the Discord, boss.
Like that can be it can be used as evidence in court. Like, you know that, right?
Like, just you don't need to be doing all that. Well, I mean, they got the ticket for going 87, but
way ahead of you, buddy. All right.
Just don't be doing that.
Okay, I need to say something.
Okay.
This fucking platforming. I've had to like do this I had to do this platforming for like 30 minutes, and I kept fucking it up. And then I found out there's just a different way to get to the dogs, and it made me so mad. Oh my god.
Taking the hard path just for fun.
The way the guide was saying it was like that was the only way to get there. Clearly not. Go in here.
Go in the dark. My cozy hiding hole.
Okay, so fun tip, there's a hourglass dog right here.
Invisible wall. Or visible wall that doesn't have collision.
Illusory wall.
You know what I mean?
Dark Soul.
Illusory wall.
Dark
That's the word I was looking for.
Merge event hourglass dog.
嘘だろあんた。仕事をほっぽり出してパーティーしてんのか?
I crave freedom and the genie is my only escape.
She needs the bathroom badly.
またそれか。あんた生きて帰れないかもしれないんだぞ。いとか俺はどうなっても知らんからな。早く出口を探せ。
Okay. Talk to this guy. I'm gonna have to watch the video pretty closely, so if I go silent, that's why.
I see. It will cost me arm or leg.
Pay with body. The phrasing is... It makes me normal.
It's intentionals.
Slurp.
Drink my juice. Drink my Baja Blast.
My 1995 point-click adventure game, Liquid.
Drinking the shit that makes you say, no, I don't need that right now.
Hourglass dog.
Yee. Woo.
Yes, yes, yes.
We can't pet the dog because we're missing the arm we used to pet with.
Oh,
Sad.
It was a psychic petting. Don't worry.
She doesn't know how to use her other arm.
She never figured it out.
Who did we run into last time we did this? I don't think we ran into Tasky Maiden, right?
Oh, we ran into Mitu, the one who plays the word game.
The Power Ranger. Or no, you're right. I ran into the Power Ranger when I went through the Purge event last time looking for this thing.
When I played this, I ran into Bunraku Man.
That's him, right? Bunraku Man?
He's the guy he's like a puppet on a stick with like a guy controlling him. And he has like sunglasses
Okay, yeah,
and a
no,
mullet.
we've run into completely different people. All right, anyways,
Yeah.
Tasky Maiden's here.
Oh, hey! Are you following me or
Aren't you supposed to be at work?
Well, I don't blame you. Okay. What's the big deal about bathrooms anyway? Is everyone crazy except me?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Okay, that's
me too.
That's Word Game Lady.
We've talked to her, yeah.
I can go back and find Power Ranger guy. I like him.
Maybe you'll find Bunraku Man.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll find him.
I
don't know where he is.
I'm looking for someone I haven't seen on stream yet. Hey Mo, bro.
New name of Mo. I don't remember how I found that guy. I just kind of wandered around. Who is this? Who is this? Straight coolin'. Wait, look at his legs. Look at his legs. They're different. They didn't have that part of the GIF, so they just animated it.
That's awesome. Fucking love this game.
This game rocks.
That guy reminded me of like a Halo 3 a Halo 3 Easter egg. You have to do this like really complicated like grenade jumping and shit, and it's like hard jumps to make, and like at the end you just find like.
Oh, I think that might be Bunraku Man. Yeah. Also, what about what?
I forgot. It's fine.
No, I mean in chat.
Oh, yeah. There will always be haters hating on you, mate. You can't live your life trying to make everybody happy. Yeah.
True.
Listen to me! Regrettably, I'm very hardworking, and I shouldn't be in a place full of morons having fun!
Whoa. You mean to tell me you aren't here to be eaten? You must be a first-timer. More reason to party even harder, mate.
She hates it here.
Yeah, she's not having fun. So yeah, he tells you how to get through the thingy where you have to go through the doors.
Yeah, follow that whistle. All of them say, all of them tell you some way to get through it, but I know a better way to know where to go now.
My
goo. Drowns in the goo.
Also, he says like you're a first timer. I don't think you're supposed to come back from these things. I think you only get one.
I mean, are you sure?
I don't know. It seems like the whole point is to not come back. That's why they're like illegal.
Like, ENA's obviously on a good point of reference, because ENA is completely, evidently very much different from every other character.
Well, like he was saying, like, oh, you're not here to be eaten? Like, it was, like, unusual.
Yummy, yummy.
Swims away.
Okay, so dancing eyes. Is that the whistle? No. I can't really hear a whistle right away. Whistle's over here. So it's whatever eye is the fastest moving is the right direction.
Huh. I wouldn't have noticed that. I would have just figured it was set dressing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell at first. Yeah, I guess the intent is to not come back from these, but like I don't know. Maybe everyone does come back, because if he says you're a first timer, I think that's evidence enough that maybe people do come back from this. It's like a, I don't know, like a temporary state of death.
Russian roulette. You either win or you lose. Interesting that her body is still split, but not her face.
My head hurts so much. Do you have any coffee? Any milk? Any bathroom?
I like the way she looks in this a lot. In this scene. I mean, it obviously makes me sad and upset, but it's also like...
Well, yeah.
The design is good.
Bathroom.
It's kind of like her soul is split from her body.
I hate myself.
No. Alright, chat. I know the secret to this now. One, if you do the job route, there is a place to put the body right here.
Sun goes here.
Alternately, well, we're not getting that ending. Not this run.
Alternately, you could just not do that, and then you could do something else.
Luckily, I did promise we will do the job route as well, just to show off the bathroom ending. However, there is one thing I want to do here, and one thing only. It's important. I'm gonna
talk to Frank.
I'm gonna do the thing, get an achievement. But I need to warn you, chat. It's gonna be like 15 minutes, okay? So you gotta bear with it. Okay.
Frank.
I need to get an achievement here, and I wanted to come here anyways for the achievement.
Ah, okay.
And since I'm here, I might as well. There we go. I want the achievement. I want the achievement for all the Jonky Nong dialogue.
This is John Homestuck.
Oh, Nonky Jong, sorry. Nonky Jong heard there was a secret here. But Nonky Jong can't find. People sometimes leave flowers on grave. Nonky Jong is very hungry. Nonky Jong found cool bones. And I can't have they all for Nonky Jong. Nonky Jong have hint about secrets. Sometimes walls are secrets.
True.
Nonky Jong heard museum around somewhere. Maybe Nonky Jong find more bones there. This guy rocks. Maybe if Nonky Jong was clever, Nonky Jong could invent stairs. Nonky Jong loved doors. Blue is Nonky Jong's favorite color. Nonky Jong saw Olympics once. Cool ads. Chat, this is gonna be 15 minutes of this, so I hope you're okay with strapping in. Nonky Jong star athlete win pole vault.
I don't know if he did that.
Maybe if Nonky Jong was human, Nonky Jong could be stairs. Human mentioned? Banana is sign of moral turpitude. Nonky Jong would never touch. Sad. Nonky Jong's favorite food is cigarette.
True.
Crunchy. Nonky Jong star athlete. Win standing in one place competition. Fuck yes.
Hard to do.
Nonky Jong heard there was great artists in museum. Maybe artists want to paint Nonky Jong. Nonky Jong saving up for playground ticket. Nearly enough bones. Nonky Jong favorite drink, Jokajola. Nonky Jong poured on things to kill them.
True.
Chat, this is really good. Nonky Jong star athlete.
He loves
Wins
talking
slightly
about
rotating to face you competition. Nonky Jong went to Seaside once. Felt watched. Nonky Jong loves corn.
He went to the sea that watches you.
Corn, Nonky Jong's ideal woman. Naki-jong wants to meet famous person someday. Maybe like same things. True? Naki-jong has never seen own face. Maybe cafe can do latte art of?
Love the way he talks.
Naki-jong star short order cook. Run to convenience store and back like lightning. Strangely fascinated by Naki-jong. I love Naki-jong. I heard that there was a guy here who had like 15 minutes of dialogue and I had to come see him. Naki-jong trade old games for cool guitar at flea market.
No, you have to keep those Naki-jong.
Naki-jong wear cool shoes, rock star soon. Oh, he's gonna be a rock star, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
He'll make more money so he can buy it back.
Oh.
Naki-jong wish he had fingers.
Play the guitar, yeah.
Naki-jong, not actually original Naki-jong. Complicated topic. Oh. Naki-jong visit art gallery once. Felt watched. By the pictures.
He's always feeling watched.
Naki-jong star farmer. Pollinate Turon by hand.
How is he doing that? What is he doing to those Turon?
Did you fuck the Turon, Naki-jong? Naki-jong not monkey, common misconception.
No, he's donkey.
Naki-jong ape. This is true. He's ape.
True. He doesn't have a tail.
Sometimes Naki-jong walks by the river and thinks. Thinks about the most important things in life. Naki-jong like bees. Naki-jong think maybe Naki-jong go back to school. Get square hat. Naki-jong think about cheese sometimes. Same.
Me too, boss.
Naki-jong still thinking. Naki-jong wish upon a star. Maybe fingers someday. Yay! He might get fingers. Naki-jong went to support group once. Felt seen.
Good.
True. When shopping containers, round versus square?
I prefer square.
I'm a squarehead, yeah.
They're easier
Naki-jong
to stack.
asking you, really not sure. Naki-jong look for breath mints. Had some in drawer, did not eat.
Just had him. Naki-jong
Sorry,
rocks.
Naki-jong lips stuck together. Why compare apples to apples? Apple is apple. True. Naki-jong heard secret code for ultimate power. Up, up, down, down, left, right, alt F4. I mean, I'm not gonna complete this ending after we talk to Naki-jong all the way, so I'll screenshot that for later. Naki-jong's... I know alt F4 is gonna close the game, so yeah. Naki-jong Star Farmer. Pollinate dogs by hand. What?
You can't be doing that, Naki-jong.
You can't be doing that, Naki-jong. Naki-jong web browser running slow.
You have to uninstall Ask Jeeves.
Help. Naki-jong look for breath mints. Naki-jong like to admire them sometimes. Naki-jong invent new candle fragrance. Despair.
Danganronpa!
Hear new song by Naki-jong? Naki-jong is so peaceful. Naki-jong is so peaceful. Can't interrupt Naki-jong. Can't interrupt monkey song. Wind blows. Naki-jong stays. So peaceful.
But he's not a monkey.
Such a beautiful song, but you're not a monkey, Naki-jong. Naki-jong received review of song. Naki-jong is enraged. Naki-jong invent new candle fragrance.
He's always
Breath
doing
mints.
this. He's addicted to it.
Naki-jong burned tongue.
On the candle?
Naki-jong heard secret code for ultimate power. What if power changed Naki-jong? I fucking love Naki-jong. The problem is, he's starting to make my face hurt from smiling.
It's his job.
Naki-jong write lists so Naki-jong organized. List around here somewhere.
Real.
Nakijong served Dark Lord once.
No, you can't be doing that.
Health insurance, very high deductible.
Well, I guess it's okay.
All Nakijong teeth, wisdom teeth. Oh no. Very good at parking. What do
you know
Program
how it is
halted
with
at
wisdom
line 320571. Collecting exception data. End program and send report. Should I yes or no?
No, maybe it'll take you away from
No.
Nakijong.
Sorry. Nakijong, not sure what came over Nakijong for a moment there. I also just don't like sending crash reports, personally. What was Nakijong saying? Oh, yes. Nakijong heard secret code for ultimate power. Nakijong think it 500, maybe 1000 watts. Nakijong collect wisdom teeth. Enough to be great sage someday.
One of these days.
Nakijong visit famous conservatory once. Snack bar very expensive.
Yeah.
Nakijong actually nickname. Short for Nonkalicious Jonkatu.
Just saying anything. It's awesome.
I feel like this wouldn't be that funny. I feel like this shouldn't be that funny, but it's
No, it's
killing me.
awesome. It's Nakijong.
Nakijong visit opera once. Heard there would be crudités for intermission.
Yeah, crudités.
Crudités. Only carrots
that
and
just
ranch
crackers?
dressing.
I mean, yummy.
Nakijong wish corn would return Nakijong's love. Nakijong wish corn return Nakijong's calls. Corn take out restraining order on Nakijong. No.
Nakijong, you can't be doing that.
Nakijong looked for job once. How to decide between blue or white collar. Nakijong have strong brain. Bench 3, maybe 4 pounds.
How is he doing that?
Nakijong visit art gallery once. Nakijong biggest work of art. So true.
His self-esteem so high.
He's so beautiful. Can Nakijong borrow 10 chocolates? Payback soon. Fine. Nakijong have strong jaw. 3, maybe 4 chins. Nakijong broke up with girlfriend. No. Nakijong look for job. Find it under bush. Nakijong conduct orchestra once. Wave arms.
Just gotta wave your arms to a rhythm, they'll figure it out.
I don't know why his dialogue just, to me, has the same vibe as Flamigo fighting type.
Yeah.
Nakijong went to comedy club. Ran out crab rangoons so Nakijong leave. Me!
No. There's no crab rangoon function, don't invite me.
Down dark hallways, Nakijong prowls. Feel like vampire, maybe bite leg. Nakijong try fast food once.
Only once.
McDonald's. McDonald's. It unfortunately hits like a specific part of my humor, which is just like changing letters in brand names.
Yeah. I still think of Spubby E. Freef all the time.
Yeah. I also in the same vein, fucking free Shavakadu.
Yeah.
I also like that kind of thing. Anyways, Nakijong hear about Library of Babel.
Sad, what happened?
Maybe find what Nakijong say next. Nakijong like orange juice. Nakijong really, really, really like orange juice. Same, brother. I get it. Nakijong wonder why office lady cut half donut, leave half in box. Nakijong know office lady come back for other half later.
True.
She wants to save it for later. Nakijong went to gala opening of Hospital Wing.
Why?
Fight mayor for miniature salmon mousses. Hear people say a lot about food for thought, but Nankijong wonder. What about clean water, shelter for thought, love for thought, self-actualization for thought? Literally true.
I feel like we've been with Nankijong forever.
I feel like he's my brother. Is thought okay? Yes. Yes, it is, Nankijong. It's okay to think, don't worry. Nankijong, save up wisdom for later. Bury wisdom teeth under tombstone. Nankijong fired from job. No! Nankijong tells self, still good person. You are Nankijong.
Get unemployed.
Nankijong MC night of inauguration. City comptroller eat entire spanakopita before Nankijong have any.
Kill that guy. Nankijong, you know what you have to do.
You talk to Nankijong lots. Nankijong get achievement. Nankijong not really conduct orchestra. Sorry, Nankijong pretends sometimes and forget.
I made that last part up.
Nankijong star animator. Win internet ray tracing competition 1996. Nankijong work on comedy routine. What with things anyway?
True. What's with things? Is what we're
what
all
with
thinking.
oranges? Is fruit? Is color? Get with it. He's such good at comedy. Why did I say it like I was doing a Doge meme?
Nankijong taking
Whatever.
her over.
Nankijong arms tired. Nankijong think force between two electrostatic charges is equal to electrostatic force constant times product of two charges divided by distance squared between two charges. So true, brother.
I didn't pay attention in physics, boss. It okay.
Me when things? True. This is also me when things. Nankijong went to Synopsium, Royal Astronomical Society. Spilled bouillabaisse.
No.
Nankijong happy for any company, even ENA. Yay!
Little bit haterly, but
okay.
okay.
I got the patient listener.
Yay.
I don't think he was being a hater, honestly. Like I think he was mentioning that he even likes ENA's company, even though other people don't like her. Like I think he was being niceys. No more dialogue.
His voice got tired.
So, if you have a if you have the sun, if you have a sun and you fall down into this lake, you can plant it here, and there's stuff back there. But I won't do that because I don't
have him.
I don't have him. So, okay. Anyways, we got the achievement. So, time to actually get the ending we were going for.
Still got meatballs in the fridge. I might have soup after the stream.
Oi.
Skip.
And
I will skip the things we've already seen today, but when I'm talking to the characters for the jobs, then I will not skip their dialogue. Violently shaking the screen. By the way, the dog in this area is really fucking annoying to get, but if you listen for bells, you'll find the dog.
The ringing dog.
Alright. I might actually see if I can do like a speedrun skip to just get to the ending, but how do we feel, chat? Should I look at the job cutscenes again, or should I just do a speedrun skip?
Could you tell me
Where the hell is the boss?
I don't know anything about speedrunning.
Yes, I am the boss.
こんなわけないだろう、アホが。真に受けるなよえな。こいつはボスなんかじゃない。
Okay, you got me. I am not the boss, nor a penguin, but in fact, the great Dracula.
Speed? I'm starting to lean towards speed as well, just to see if I can do it.
I am of nuts.
Go fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was skipping this.
We were having so much fun.
Yeah. I was also asking a question, so... Must talk to French woman.
French.
My speedrun strats.
Hears someone begin talking and simply walks away.
Hang up. ENA!
Not interested. If ENA hears anyone speaking, she immediately leaves. She doesn't want to hear it. She's tired of it.
Alright, bye everyone. I'm obviously not going to use this save file to continue from if I even still have it by the time Chapter 2 is out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just gonna, like, do a run where I do, like, the job route and, like, do everything.
Okay, I will.
Call me crazy. Bye. Cracks my knuckles. Alright.
The toilet.
Another fun thing is these characters all have extra different dialogue for when you do the job first, and then
Oh yeah, I heard of that. You're some kind of freak who does jobs too fast.
Okay, so there should be a way to jump over to the other side.
I was trying to figure that out because it looks so jumpable is the thing.
Obviously not that.
Just try again. Yeah, I was trying to jump like right here because it looks really jumpable.
That is definitely jumpable. 1,000,000,000% that is jumpable.
You have to make it both jumps though.
Oops. Oh my god, no! I corrected midair and I'm not supposed to do that. There we go.
The intelligent jumper.
Okay.
No, you have to do it in one.
Okay. There should be a more jumpable...
Now you have to hit Alex with a rock. I wonder if you... Can you... No, you can't. It's too high up. Oh, I got a really good store location in Aneurysm. I don't know if the server is going to wipe or not with the new update that's coming, but I got... Since I just sell medicine from the pharmacility, I've just bought the place that's right in front of it, so people will just get there first.
Okay, apparently... Apparently, I might be able to just hit a checkpoint on the other side of the bridge. But I don't know where from. Maybe I just try to jump from there again?
Maybe? That looks like it's the closest spot, is the thing. All the other ones look further away.
Yeah, all the other spots look too far away. Sorry, it would have been faster to just get the pets and do this, but now I'm, like, committed.
Yeah, I mean, you're here now, so...
Okay. I almost want to, like... So I'm looking at a video. Okay, so that initial jump that we made is, like, completely doable. Correcting mid-jump. I am correcting mid-jump, which is a problem. I need to stop doing that. But also...
Because it delays your momentum, is the thing.
Yeah.
If you move in midair.
But also, it's literally just straight up, you just jump across those two gaps there. So I was overcomplicating it a little bit.
It's just like keeping your momentum is difficult.
Okay.
So close.
Yeah, we're really close. The goal is to get to the other side and then hit the out of bounds, and the out of bounds should put us back on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! God, I was trying to do a... I actually ended up doing that, like, really impossible jump. There we go.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yay! You are being punished by divine forces for doing that.
Did you hear Alex?
They just killed Alex because you did that. He was struck down by nefarious forces because you did a jump you weren't supposed to.
Alright, we did it, chat. I did the speedrun skip. Yay!
And all it took was the life of one Italian.
He dies no matter what is the crazy thing. Like, no matter what you do, he always dies.
Yeah, he always... Yeah,
unless you
dies
just...
because of the laser.
Well, unless if you taxi driver ending, then he doesn't die. But...
Okay.
Yeah,
but if you talk to him at all, he has to die.
You aren't who I was expecting to see here. Did that kind young man from the bridge let you
Don't worry about him.
Just don't worry. He's,
I hope
he's
having a
better
good
place.
day, don't worry. Is he?
I came here in search
I
of
would
that
like to pretend he
I hope
is.
to clear my sins
For her
and
sake.
have the truth revealed to me. But I
Oh,
can't
same.
reach
Grandma
it
sub-
right now.
I'm always like
Frankly,
this.
I'm stuck here. Could you find a way to send
Just
my
get
thoughts
unstuck.
over to my relatives? They must be waiting for me at the square near Seal House. And be quick. I'll surely be dead before the day is over.
Don't be so negative.
Me every day hearing a plane going overhead from when I was 16.
I had so many dreams about getting fucking nuked. Like,
I was really concerned about getting nuked or having a plane crash into the house. Which is much less likely, but you know.
Memorized it.
The smarty.
Chat, I've played this so many times you don't understand. Alright, and then we get my son, and then we'll actually get the route that we want. The fact that you can speedrun skip, like, that makes me happy a lot. This game is very speedrun friendly.
Yeah. As long as you can make the jumps, you're pretty much good.
There you ladies are. Meet my new travel companion.
Oh, that explains how you made it back in one big, fat piece.
Would you all be kind enough to spare some coins for Miss ENA? I think I misplaced my wallet somewhere along our adventure.
Ah, speak of the devil. Perhaps this thingamajig I found could be of value to Miss Ina, was it?
No.
Delightful. Off we go then. Don't spend it all in one place.
Take
Impossible.
care, dearie.
We have to spend it all in one place, sorry. We have to spend it on giving birth to new life.
This is so sad. You have to pay to do this.
Such is the nature of capitalism.
Ow.
Also, I like that it's called Seal House because it's an upside down seal's nose, and it like.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I just thought it was a freak.
It's like if you look at a seal.
Oh, okay. I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a freak.
It looks like a weird alien face if you look at a seal from when they're like
Looking
have their
like
have their nose
and-
upwards like that.
Yeah. I just thought it was like a golem.
So here's the interesting thing: his dialogue does not change, even if you already have the item.
He's not interested in all that.
But I want to see him anyways because he's my favorite character.
Although, the magician does not have to be in two places at once. He can be in one place at one time.
He just does this.
He's just doing this all the time.
Because he would be lost in the other person's mind.
I like that ENA gets a silly CDI zoom up.
Yeah.
You are here because you want to be. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm here for pending business with
Your stupid boss!
Firstly.
I need to get more info on this pointless shit!
The bathroom. But of course, you are looking for it.
Love how he moves.
Yeah.
Everyone these days is in search of the bathroom.
When everyone in the house has to go to the bathroom.
This is customers coming into my job, even though we have a sign that says no public bathroom.
The way to enter the bathroom is through that giant orb you see in the sky
past the bridge.
But in order to reach it, we must create.
I love how much this animator obviously loves the CDI art style, because they went to great lengths to just capture the vibe of it.
It's like, the actual look of the character is really simple, but it's really over-animated.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I just give it to him right away.
Gods forgive me for what I'm about to do.
It's such a funny line for him, I don't know why. He's doing some portal shit.
He needs to stop doing this.
Ah! Seal House gone. Sad.
Seal House has died.
I'm glad we got to see Nonky Jong.
Done was done, but what hadn't been done was done too. And now that it is done, it may be done again. Done, done, done.
Such a stupid setup to a joke. Hi, Scatman John.
I don't even believe anything, but you're bleeding out some real bullshit here. You're a fluke.
I'm so glad she's allowed to say shit.
She can say shit, but not ass.
Here's your reward, Anna. You
We gave birth and we didn't even notice.
Our son! And his green hair.
I hate your green hair. It reminds me of Toxic Sludge.
Reminds me of Toxic Sludge.
Plenty of holes around.
Reach that giant orb in the sky and be one with it.
Okay.
Now it's your turn to go to the bathroom. Now
Yay!
it's your turn to begin life anew.
Me getting the bathroom pass when I was in like 3rd grade.
Bless you for your business.
She
We didn't
always
even
says
sell him nothing.
She always says "bless you for your business" at the end of a job, which is interesting.
Even if she like doesn't get paid.
Okay, real quick, I want to talk. I want to not talk, but I want to show this cloud here. After you talk to this cloud, and the cloud mentions their child, that cloud up there is actually a 3D model, while those are JPEGs, right?
Oh, yeah.
That model slowly comes down until you can jump on it, and the hourglass dog is there.
Oh, huh.
There's
a lot
also
of waiting.
There's also another character I want to look at.
Nonky Jong too.
It's not Nonky Jong, and in fact, this character only has, well, technically many lines, but they're all saying the same thing. So, where is the hole? I think it's up there, or like holes. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, this looks right. This looks right.
Waiting forever for our son to stretch.
Big stretchy.
Oh yeah, I've seen art of this guy. Turns flat.
He's the bus.
This is true.
This is the same guy who voices the merchant in Temptation Stairway.
Oh, I didn't know that. 20 miles per hour. Or 40. Yeah.
He apparently recorded like 8 minutes of this dialogue, and they just like used a whole bunch of the lines.
Awesome. They used all of it and then forgot about the rest of the dialogue.
I need to hear the one where he can't hold back laughing. Please. I'm gonna do 2 more, and then we're gonna go get the ending. See, it wouldn't be my stream if I wasn't blueballing the ending.
She's gambling. 99% of gamblers stop right before they get the line they want.
The thing. Okay, one more. I know I said 2 more.
She's lying. You got whatever that was.
Alright, that one was better. But I think he does also have a line where he kind of like laughs at the end of it.
No, let me try that one again.
Wait a minute, let me try that one again. They kept that in the Oblivion remaster, which is the best thing ever.
They did. I mean, yeah. They just used all the same lines.
Here's the thing. I think so I think all the Dark Elf women have the same voice actors as they did in the original. But they changed, I think they changed High Elf women, and I think they changed Wood Elf women, but I could be wrong.
I can see that.
But I swear that the High Elf women have the same voice as the Dark Elf women still. But I know they changed Khajiit. They changed Khajiit men, and I think I know it was Khajiit men. No. Khajiit men are the same. They changed Argonian men. But they changed Khajiit women.
Okay.
And Argonian women are the same, but they changed Argonian men. You know, they did like the vice versa thing there.
Yeah.
However, Amusai sounds way too different in the remaster.
I don't even know who that is.
He's part of the Thieves Guild questline.
I never did that.
He's like a recurring character in the Thieves Guild questline, and you know, he's the homie. Oh. I think it's this way. Anyways, I meant to, like, give my thoughts about this game more, but I ended up listening to Jonky Nong, and now my brain's derailed. Because I'm just thinking about Jonky Nong.
Nonky Jong.
Yes, Nonky Jong, thank you. I keep getting his name wrong. Ah!
It's easy to do. Bing, bing, bing,
I really just think the entire vibe of this game is fucking impeccable. I like all the funny little secrets that don't really like matter. Like they're just kind of like fun or interesting.
Just fun to get. Yeah.
Jonky Nong, Nonky Jong, I think. That's a very fun secret. He gives you an achievement, but otherwise has like 0 lore impact or anything.
Well, he's getting his achievement. That's the important part.
Yeah. He got an achievement for listening to us, or for talking to us. That's the most important part ever. Oh, come on.
I watched The Invisible Man yesterday. Really good movie. I downloaded it off of the Internet Archive, and it was only like 800 kilobytes or something.
Nice.
Or maybe megabytes. I don't remember. A very small amount for a whole movie.
It was probably megabytes. I doubt a
probably.
whole movie would be kilobytes.
I could probably reduce it down to a slop if I tried really hard. The Invisible Man 1111111.
Alright.
But it had really good special effects, considering it was from like 1933.
I will talk
Very
more about my
cool.
actual thoughts of this game when we're talking to Theodora, I think. Because there's like time to talk.
Mm-hmm. There's no time, we have to kill Theodora.
So, what's interesting to me is that's the same lizard that eats you at the Purge. So, like, either way, you're still getting to the area before the bathroom. But in this version of the route, you actually get to see what's happening to you inside the lizard. Presumably because you weren't supposed to actually be here yet, so that this shit's happening to you. But
yeah.
either way, you still end up the same. It just depends on
everything in this world is exactly the same. Hey, bro, what is up?
Alright, and we have seen this cutscene today, so as much as I like it, we have seen it today.
She's literally okay. Don't worry.
I like that it's just like a giant JPEG of a fucking
porta potty. Yeah.
All right, I won't forget this time. I have my son.
Bro, don't throwing up.
So yucky beast.
Yucky.
Alright. As you get closer... Looks like it's getting farther. Oh, I got a blink! I finally got an achievement! There's like so, when you're playing through the normal game... Oh, okay, hold on, here. If you walk backwards real quick, I think... There's this corner, and right here there's an hourglass dog. And also, there's an hourglass dog in this stall. You come in here, sit on the chair, like hold crouch on the chair for like a minute or so, come out, and then hourglass dog is in there. Anyways.
Hourglass dog didn't like that you were in the stall next to it.
What was I about to say? I don't remember.
The blink.
Oh yeah, the blink, it has a really small chance to happen throughout normal gameplay, but when you're in the area before the bathroom, it speeds up, so it happens about every 6 minutes or so. So if you want the achievement to get a blink, then you just hang out in that room for a while.
And it canonically only blinks once every however long.
Alright. I'll shut up for Theodora. Even though I think she's mean.
We're going to kill her with a rock, don't worry.
Time for one of my favorite cutscenes.
Ανεβείτε στην τουαλέτα του κος και σκουπίστε τις ενοχές από το πρόσωπό σας, αγαπημένε άγγελε. Περίμενε ένα, στάσου είσαι ασυγχωριστός.
Fucking hate Senna.
Η δουλειά μου εδώ τερματίστηκε.
Don't you dare hang up that phone!
Θα παραδεχτώ ότι θαυμάζω το αφελές κουράγιο σου. Θα σου χαρίσω μια φιλοδοξία εντάξει. Τίποτα περισσότερο τι επιδιώκεις. Τι είδους ζωή θέλεις να ζήσεις. Έχεις μου τις φιλοδοξίες σου.
Okay, so first things first, I thought she was speaking Spanish. She's actually speaking Greek.
I did notice that she said baño, which was the only word that, like, I recognized enough to, like, stick out.
Yeah, but apparently baño is also bathroom in Greek. So
yeah, I mean, all of, like, Spain, Greece, Italy, kind of all,
yeah,
you know.
they all have very similar languages. That last cutscene is, like, basically confirmation that ENA as a whole, not just our ENA, but presumably all ENA, seem to be hated for, like, a specific reason.
Just for existing, honestly.
Like just for existing. Actually, there's a line of dialogue here. Aspire for the punishment of the moon. I'll say this one first so I can, like, talk about that. No punishment, just like how nobody needs to be punished for being born. Except you, of course.
Oh, of course.
So, only ENA, apparently, is worthy of being punished, for existing. Like, we know there are multiple ENAs. ENAs as like a wide range of beings has already been confirmed, basically. So I'm trying to think, like, in the context of this world, I obviously think it's like I'm not a lore person, but I need to bring it up because, like, we're obviously in, like, a computer of some kind, if not a one computer, like the internet or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think ENAs are, like, some sort of, like, Bonzi buddy, like, being.
My Clippy.
Like, you know, they're invasive, they're bothersome, they kind of,
They
like...
kind of just, like, take up your attention and your time.
Yeah. And, like, that's probably why they're so hated in this universe, because they're fucking Bonzi buddy, or they're like Professor Helper from Hypnospace Outlaw, you know?
Love Hypnospace Outlaw. You are a winner. You win.
That's straight up just like my personal theory for what an ENA is and why people just seem to hate them.
My Ask Jeeves.
Oh. Literally just ask Jeeves. Come on, bro, it's not that hard.
Ask Jeeves, come on.
But again, I also don't really think the lore should have much bearing on how you approach this piece of media, because it's, like, what you should...
It's secondary to, like, the narrative and the themes involved.
Yeah, like, it's what's important is what you emotionally get out of ENA. Like I said that earlier, but that still holds true. Anyways, I'll go through the other options. The obvious one is aspire to get rid of the smoke, but the other options all have interesting stuff. Like, Frank is the
Burger King mech.
The Burger King mech guy. If you say aspire for Frank's forgiveness, that's all she says. Aspire to receive a blissful life. Now, I read this as, like, ENAs just straight up can't have bliss. Or, like, a life of bliss and only bliss, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, no one can, but...
no one can, I guess. Maybe she would reject that for everyone. But aspire for eternal happiness. And you can't change the natural order of things.
We should hit her with a hammer
Which
really
means
hard.
ENAs are not supposed to be happy. That's, like...
Like, clearly Mimi hates this job. She just doesn't, have anything else that she can be doing. She just has to do this job.
Like,
Salesperson seems to just kind of do whatever.
Salesperson does her job, but I do think that I always believe that the two sides of ENA are one person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, they have the same thoughts and the same like thought process. It's just that one is a
The way they
front.
present.
One is a front for the other.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I talked about this on last stream. I think I just talked about it with you. But like the contrast between their voices is kind of what I want to focus on. And I think there are some intentional decisions Joel G made in regards to the voices. The agreeable side of the ENA, who, you know, tends to be like more
seen as the default one.
Like seen as the default one, right? That one, both ENA versions of ENA we've seen so far have had masculine voices for that side. And the emotional side that has a lot of outbursts has a feminine voice. And I think that was intentional. I'm obviously not saying Joel G is a misogynist.
Joel G hates women.
That's literally not what I'm saying. I'm saying he made the choice intentionally to make us think about that. You know? I think a lot of ENA's themes have to do with, like, it varies episode to episode, obviously. So far, Dream Barbecue seems to be about, like, personal happiness in some way, or like fulfillment.
Yeah.
Especially in regards to having a job. Because like Mania Anna obviously hates her job, but she also feels like she can't relax, like especially in the Purge event.
She doesn't like to party. She's like, I can't be having fun. Regrettably, I have a job that I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be having fun with you morons. I have stuff that I have to do.
But she also feels like she needs to have a job.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I didn't like doing janitorial work that much when I was doing it, but I also felt like I needed to have a job, or I'm just, like, fucked. And I'm still kind of, like, my brain is still kind of that way, but I'm focusing, now I'm at the point where I'm focusing more on what I want to do, and less,
yeah,
like,
the job market is
I
kind
need.
of garbage.
Yeah. And, like, I know it's kind of rough to be picky at the moment, but it's also, like, if I can't do work that I enjoy, I will probably end up on the news. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, if I didn't have, like, a manager who needed me, I would not be employed at my current job, because I am mean to her.
Okay, we already got all the options, but, like, I think chat gets what I'm saying. I hope. I hope it's easy to understand what I'm saying and why I'm saying it and why I'm bringing attention to certain things. The lore is less important to what you take from, like,
the experience.
The experience, yes. Thank you. Alright, anyways, I think we get rid of the smoke now, huh?
Whatever. It's fine.
Genie, your boss is our target today, but the smoke is in the way of our business. Would you kindly get rid of it at once?
Τι ακριβώς είναι αυτό για έναν στόχο?
Oh.
Γνωρίζεις καν τα συστατικά αυτής της λεκτικής σαλάτας. Το μυαλό σου φαίνεται να έρχεται σε σύγκρουση με τα γράμματα που φτύνει.
This is the other thing. That's a spatula. Like,
yeah.
This is the other reason why I think ENA believes we're supposed to kill someone, but we're actually just putting on like a barbecue for them.
Like, even Theodora is like, target? Why would you say that? That's weird. Do you know what you're doing?
Your mind seems to be in conflict with your words.
It's like, I don't think you understand what you are actually supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah.
But she doesn't tell you anything. Yeah, in this part too.
All it takes is a place in the right food. Yeah, this part makes me, straight up just makes me think, like, we're a fucking catering company? Because we're never explicitly told what our job is. We're just like,
yeah.
We're
just told to aim for the boss's gut.
But it's
and get rid of the smoke.
We're obviously gonna make food for him.
We're cooking him.
But the phrasing.
See, this thing is like rubbing its belly.
Yeah, the phrasing also, like, the thing is, the phrasing they use, like, aim for the boss's gut and work target, can both be misconstrued as killing. You know? Yeah. And it probably your first thought is killing, you know?
Yeah. Like, they're very, what's the word they're very, like, intentionally chosen words that can be misconstrued, but are also clearly could be one or the other.
Yeah. I'm on to your tricks game. I'm on to your tricks game.
And a footwork.
I'm on to your tricks game. That only spawns after you look away. It will never spawn while you're looking at it. I've tried to figure out how to like see it spawn, but I just can't.
Oh yeah.
Let me go back.
Let me out. Let me out. Help. Boing, boing, boing. Froggy, I'm like busy.
Don't worry, bro. We took a shit. We're okay.
Has been resolved. Our business with the boss is our next priority. He will be down the drain in no time.
Again.
Yeah, see, even he's like, why would you say that? That's weird.
You know you're obviously not.
I don't think she does.
Agreed. Toilets are death traps.
Me, when I was afraid of getting flushed as a kid. How are we gonna smoke the meats?
Ah, predicaments, huh? I'm good at those.
So I've tried to race to the exit.
Well, it's time to be that one drop inside that ocean full of
ENA does mistranslate the non-English dialogues. That makes sense. This is kind of...
I think she just states what she's taking away from what she thinks is being said, you know?
Yeah, like, I think she's like, again, like some kind of like Bonzi buddy-esque thing, but is sort of like, you know, advertised as like a
helper,
like an electronic assistant.
Yeah.
And that's why, probably why Mooney just has her around to hang out with her. Right?
Yeah.
But also why this one is being used as like a go do my chores, basically.
Yeah. We aren't paying you. You might get paid by someone else for doing an odd job. Because the thing is that like clearly Froggy and Dracula have her as like a quote-unquote employee specifically, but she just kind of wanders around and does anything that anyone asks her to. Hi, Alex. Get owned. Like, even when she's supposed to be doing a job for them, if someone says, like, hey, I need this done, she's just like, okay, and she starts doing that instead.
Yeah.
And again, she doesn't even necessarily get paid. People will say, like, maybe I'll pay you, and she'll just do it, and they'll be like, I'm not doing that, and she'll just be like, well, thanks.
So what's being said is warning her and such? Yeah, that's the interesting part. I am aware of the mistranslated dialogues, and I obviously do not think Joel is mistranslating those dialogues, he's not mistranslating those on accident. He's having ENA mistranslate those on purpose.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's what she thinks is being said is what she's responding to, you know?
Yeah. Hi, Theodora.
Blows her up with a bomb.
Through the lonely door. Open. Sad. Yeah, no matter how fast you get here, you always
Lame.
get encased by this, which is
Let
fucked
me
up.
out. Let me out. Ooh.
I do want to try to get, like, if there are multiple endings in each chapter, I'm definitely going to try to get, like each version of the ending, because...
Oh, yeah.
This is just, like, interesting to me. I also think there's, like,
Your ears fell off.
I also think there's, like, some kind of, like... I mentioned, like, the religious themes of this, but I also think there's, like, a theme of war. I guess I could have talked to the vending machine guy to know, like...
Oh, yeah, that part.
To, like, show what I mean. But I also think that... Oh, 2 new chatters, hi. I also think that, like... What's what I'm trying to say?
About, like, the military themes?
Yeah, there's a decent chance that ENA's existence is tied to war in some way as well.
Hmm.
Maybe specifically this ENA, because of the outfit. I don't know about every ENA, but maybe that's part of why characters don't like ENA in this.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the more obvious thing.
This game is really good.
Looking at all of the voice actors. Pretzel Man.
I love just all the music in Dream Barbecue. It's really good.
The ENA colors in chat.
ENA colors in chat.
1
Switch
million
dog.
patrons.
I understand the reference of the Switch dog, and I probably shouldn't.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that. That was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. And a plushie, please. It's from the supporters.
True. Please, we're begging.
I have my own ENA plushie, but it's the web series one.
Yeah, the Dream Barbecue ones were sold out.
Sad. I mean,
And they still are.
I do actually. I am endeared a bit more to the web series one, but
yeah. I mean, she has more.
I relate more to this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Rousey plushie.
Rousey. 1 million patrons forever. This is just like the Baldur's Gate 3 credits.
That's all he says.
Yeah. Just reiterating the point.
See, this is also why I think she's like a virus of some kind, like a Bonzi Buddy type virus, is that she can, even if you uninstall her, she's just like still in the files somewhere.
Yeah.
You think ENA is a species? I mean, yes. It's been confirmed multiple times.
Well, less in like text, but just like you see multiple ENAs in what's that? Temptation Stairway.
Yeah, you see multiple ENAs. It's confirmed in dialogue, like
there are more, at least more than one.
The shepherd says another ENA troublemaker, you know. Like I don't necessarily think she's a species. Like maybe species is not the correct word, but like
there's more than one.
In the context of this universe, it's like she seems to be some kind of program. So. Alright, now we have all the hat dogs, so time for the last section of the stream today. We're gonna go through all the hourglass dogs and look at it, and look at them, and just kind of admire. Alright. The original animatic for the official trailer, originally planned to be released in December 2022, Even though we were late, we are very proud of what it came out to be. As the process of making it was like a full standalone animation. We are grateful to everyone who helped to make it, including the fans who we do this for.
Frog.
Animatics are always interesting to look at, especially compared to the final product.
Yeah, I like looking at them paired up against the final products. You see all like the rough drafts. Like I recognize that shot.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've watched the trailer though.
The spatula.
The spatula. The off-center writing.
Gameplay.
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 They're saying that. They're saying that to her.
They're
Gameplay. Also, she's holding a gun in this animatic. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time, but she obviously has a gun. So she clearly thinks that, like, she clearly thinks she's supposed to kill someone.
Yeah. Explodes.
Very cool animatic. Alright. In progress shot from the official trailer, it was decided the helicopter legs didn't fit the preceding shot. Sad!
Let her spin around.
Let her spin! One of the many reference animations created for the trailer for our 3D artists. Quick animatics like these were used whenever Joel needed to direct a 2D or 3D shot for timing and composition. Splashing in the water. So fun.
Summer
Many
fun.
side drawings were made while working on various parts of the game. Usually these occur when the topic in voice chat changes something silly or fun. These also show some of Joel's process when planning out and acting for these complicated shots. I like this one of ENA. Sorry, I just realized chat can't see my mouse.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna rectify that real quick. Capture cursor. Okay. This one up here is very fun to me. The top left one.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom right one? Doing something to my brain.
Well, yeah. Such as it goes.
Alright, I like these. First concept, the entire game. 3 simple rooms with only a handful of characters. The early development of Dream BBQ was guided by the idea that it did not need to be a large product, nor take a long time to produce. However, because of the creativity of the artists, developers, musicians, writers, and everyone on the ENA team, Dream BBQ's complexity expanded a little.
And this happens all the time.
Several years to realize that we should release in chapters because of this complexity. We think this was the right move as we get to lock in on cool things as well as get to see more ENA early.
More ENA.
Door 1, door 2, door 3. Yeah, this is the scale of.
Yeah, they might have it might have gotten a little out of hand.
It might have gotten a little carried away, but it's good. It's good. On the top, one of the earliest sketches of the hub. This hub only had 1 floor and 3 doors. At this time, in concepting out Dream BBQ, we wanted all the doors to be accessible. However, we learned that focusing on one door, / one chapter at a time, would be best both for fans and the artists and developers. I'm coming. Hey, tell me, where is the boss? Nope. Bottom, a very, very, very rough idea of how Door 1, Lonely Door, may play out narratively. While sparse, most of these early ideas made it to the final appearance. Door 1, Phase 1, enter the club. Phase 2, inside the club. Phase 3, inside the bathroom. It's literally just going to the club and getting too crunk, you have to go puke. That's literally the plot. Alright. A rough sketch of what the ending to Door 1 may look like. When we playtested early versions of this idea, it became more obvious that we needed to have certain moments accentuated, both to let the player know the game is ending and to better inform the player as to what is likely to happen later in the story of ENA Dream BBQ. I always have a hard time parsing very rough sketches, but I get it. I understand.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are rough for a reason.
Yeah. Early concepts for Uncanny Streets, both bright and dark. Early in development, instead of Uncanny Streets Bright and Uncanny Streets Dark, we used Uncanny Streets Up and Uncanny Streets Down. This was way too confusing and naturally changed to better communicate which place we needed to talk about. They chain... Like, Uncanny Streets is where we started and where we explored at the beginning. I forget what the other area is called, but it's not Uncanny Streets. Wait, no. They are both Uncanny Streets. I'm dumb. It's literally right here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Player doesn't read. Easy joke.
Well, she's allowed to make it.
These are some of the many thumbnail ideas from several team members when we needed to decide on Steam assets. This kind of process of pitching ideas from different angles was common throughout all Dream BBQ's development. The rough ones.
ENA the Smiler in the second one.
These three at the bottom are quite cute.
Yeah, those look like the most finalized ones.
I think all of these are cute conceptually.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here, in case you can't see my cursor. Can you see my cursor, actually?
I can't, but I'm looking at the screen share.
Okay. I was asking you, yeah. So, this one here, it kind of gives me the vibe of, like, she's leaning over a desk looking at you. You know?
Mm.
I'm normal. Anyways. Quick sketches of Joel's ideas for the Steam page assets. These were obviously the best ideas out of all of ours. Dream BBQ Grill.
Dream BBQ.
Okay, this also makes me think, obviously this is about a real barbecue. Like, we're actually going to go to a barbecue. But she thinks she's supposed to kill someone.
Ruining the party.
A cool drawing that came out when making the official trailer. We have fun here. Handsome ENA.
Scary ENA.
Alright, that's the last one. Oh, wait. While not the only concept for the cold open of ENA Dream BBQ, this captures the essence of what we felt could ease players into the experience we wanted them to have. The cold open allowed us to invite the player to explore and show them they may not know what to expect around corners in the game. And of course, to think that there may be more things to find wherever they end up. Move using WASD.
Minecraft house.
Alright, that was just one hourglass dog, chat. Get ready for more. When figuring out the cold open for ENA Dream BBQ, we had a few ideas in mind. All of them involved an infinitely spanning location where you'd find the bed door. So, we have the bed door, lonely door, crowd door, and horse door. So that's 4 doors. Right,
I guess because the bed door is just like leading you into the game, you know?
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. That I just wanted to count. I just wanted to count. Knowing that it's called the bed door is interesting. I mean, it's obviously just a bed and it's a door. Whatever. A very rough animation to communicate Joel's idea of how ENA should open her eyes in the cold open. This reference was used to communicate to both animators and programmers how this effect could be made and then implemented in the engine via sprite sheets, something only shorter animations can afford. This technical reference shows a third-person perspective of a scene transition. How we did this effect in the engine is by having a duplicate of the area appear in the new scene temporarily as the bed goes forward through the door. We then check the camera position at the end of the cutscene and move the player to the appropriate place for a mostly seamless transition. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that is neat.
Game dev techniques. Alright. With concept art of the background and a few close-ups of what assets could look like, we used this concept to start making the 3D models for the hub. This was one of the very first locations we made for the game all the way back in 2021. The hub is first
My screaming slot machine.
Bed is standing.
Bed is standing.
Yeah, why did they give
that does look like a hospital bed.
Why did they give the slot machines mouths at waist height?
Scary.
So strange.
But that does look like a hospital type bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I did not even note that for some reason.
Maybe where like the rails don't really come up because of the way that they're placed, but still.
Yeah,
It's hospital-esque.
My first thought was Stardew Valley Grandpa's shitty bed, but this is obviously a way better bed than his.
He wishes he had this bed.
This is a very early gray box of the hub to determine its scale and layout. This led us to figuring out a few scaling issues when it came to how tall ENA is in the engine, as well as bringing into focus some assumptions we had made about the scale locations in the game. WD. I like how they left their inputs in.
Yeah. Speedrunning.
Cat.
The cat.
This animation rough was used for lining up the shots for the game's introductory cutscene. For a very long while, this is what player testers got to see when playing Dream BBQ for the first time. Hi, rough sketch Dracula. I love the rough versions of them.
Yeah. Me when I lie.
He hates it.
I am not nuts. I am Dracula.
God, I love
She's just doing her wiggles here. She's not doing like all the other stuff.
No clapping. No weird pose.
Oh, they say pyramid schemes here. They changed it.
She also said damn it in this version.
Hmm. Also, it's weird that they have to find out where the boss is.
I am Dracula. Alright. Some animations don't require full animatics. These rough poses from Joel show how Froggy should look in his various animations in the hub. He did originally have more complex animations planned, however, due to time and their complexity, they were simplified to these poses.
What is he doing?
He's getting fucking raptured in this one.
It's sad. Well, it had to happen.
Already done. While all the characters in Dream BBQ, all the 3D characters in Dream BBQ have different requirements when it comes to rigs. Some of the more humanoid and advanced characters that need full body animation require a more intricate rig for their animations. Often, the model and rig for the pre-rendered cinematics are not the same rigs used in-game. This is due to constraints of exporting complex rigs. Damn, this would probably mean a lot to me if I knew what.
Yeah, I don't know what any of this means.
But that is interesting. The 2D face rig of Kane is demonstrated here. Several bones are used to coordinate texture offsets on the model. This character prompted us to use an in-engine method of animating characters in the same way. Our main blocker for this, however, was the limitation of the FBX format not supporting constant interpolation for animations. This means we had to go into animations after importing them into Unity and selectively correct the curves. You corrected his curves? So sad.
Well, it had to happen.
They gave him surgery.
They gave him coin surgery.
Animatic for the first cutscene of Kane. Most of the time, the animator will have creative liberty in how this character is depicted, unless a lore reason prevents it. I am the boss.
Me when I lie.
I love Kane so much.
Kane rocks. He's freaking out.
I love how this fucking meteor is just hunting him down.
Yeah, it doesn't need to do that.
I love every character in this game is the thing.
Yeah, they're also, like, interesting.
Like, they're animated in interesting ways, or they talk in an interesting way. These roughs are how Joel G directed specific animations that need to be either pre-rendered or in-game. Occasionally, these would be run by the technical director to check if the animation was possible to play in Unity or if it needed special programming or rigging.
He looks weird.
And then he dies.
Sad, but it had to happen.
Fun frame of Kane's animation that demonstrates his rig. Each group of coins needs to be able to be animated as a group for when they are their limbs, but also separately for when they need to fall or float somewhere specific. My
stretches my hands towards
really
you.
low quality image. I love how many pixels
Just like
there
a really
are.
weird JPEG, yeah.
Of how many pixels there are in this image. There's so many of them. Alright, Sticky Note Dog. This is one of the earliest tests of the scale of Uncanny Street Sprite in-engine. This gray box was to test how big Uncanny Street Sprite should be in order to stay engaging and not take too much time between important locations. This scale is why we originally wanted a bus in US Sprite for fast travel. That became unnecessary, though, as we scaled down the terrain. This colored gray box of Uncanny Street Sprite is what began to give us a proper sense of scale of what this level could be. The sky in this image is actually the same mesh used in the final game. Swag. Seal House was not a Seal House yet.
They hadn't invented seals yet.
These paintings were our foundation for the feeling, scale, and scope of Uncanny Street Sprite. We did our best to capture these paintings' depiction of this otherworldly ship barging through the desert. I really like this art right here.
Mm-hmm.
Quite swag.
I like the colors used in this area.
Yeah, art team did a really good job. Also, you can more clearly see that it's a seal on this one.
Yeah, and then they changed it to make it weirder.
This collection of ideas, concept art, and thumbnails are for some of the things spread around Uncanny Street Sprite. The taxi driver wishes 3 heads, Socio, Doom, and Crazy. Also, here's the complicated array of metal parts and veins in the taxi driver's neck. The concept of the double taxi came from Uncanny Streets being double-sided, and I'm glad to have seen that vision to the end. Also pictured is the concept of the bus, which was originally supposed to be a rideable NPC. However, once the scale of Uncanny Streets was decided, we found fast travel wasn't necessary. Concept for Hoarder Alex's junk piles were actually has some unused concepts from the Power of Potluck episode in the ENA series. Interesting. Also, there's the bus.
Much to learn. The bus.
I want to figure out how to talk to this beast, but
The mannequin?
Yeah, I won't do that on stream, but
I know there's a way, I just don't know how.
an early arrangement of how the Froggy Call in Uncanny Street Sprite opening needed to play out. The final version was separated a bit and moved further back to not distract the player too much from experiencing Uncanny Street Sprite reveal. The storyboard shows the non-UI of early Froggy Calls. Sudden urge to bathroom line.
He looks funny in that screenshot.
Yeah.
We condensed him.
He kind of rocks. Near the start of development, it was still unclear how we could implement our 2D characters into the 3D in-engine environments. Originally, the witch characters were supposed to all be sprite animations coordinating the 3D space of the engine. However, as we weighed the restrictions that we would have, we looked more into having these longer sequences be pre-rendered videos overlaid on top of the screen. This gave Joel much more control over their animation presentation. So kind of like how the CDI games handle their animations.
Does this?
But it is interesting. My ball. Rough sketches for an alternate path concept in US Sprite Shaman Antics.
Just doing shaman stuff. You know.
The original concept and pitch of the human board item for Door 1. This allowed for programmers and artists to coordinate how exactly this item could be implemented. The first iterations had quite a few bugs that, of course, needed to be ironed out to match the vision. The human board is a special item that you can use as a bridge between long distances. The 3D model will stretch as much as it can. That looks like a 2, so my brain short-circuited. You can create ladders to reach high places too. Didn't really get much of the ladder part. It's more like stairs rather than ladders. This animatic is for the unused human board tutorial animation in Door 1. Yeah, it's interesting that we didn't really get a tutorial for this guy.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, figure it out.
Didn't get an extra cutscene for our son. Very sad.
Sad.
Very
They should have
cool,
let
though.
us have a cutscene for our son.
The base storyboard for Tasky made its first cinematic. Often these go into detail about how the character should animate and what rules their animation should follow, either for consistency or lore reasons.
They keep saying there's might be lore reasons for certain things, but I'm curious as to what that means specifically, you know?
From what I understand, I think like Joel knows the lore for the most part, right?
It's not really something spreading around.
I don't think he goes out of his way to just say what, like, to just like confirm everything or deny everything.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be fun.
Like it's fun to
hypothesize.
Like, yeah, thank you. She's saving all my words, chat.
Sorry, I realized I was kind of just like talking over you for a second. It's like I already know the word you're saying. Don't worry.
No, it's okay. It helps me a lot.
I do that a lot.
The animatic for Tasky Maiden's first cutscene. During playtesting, people always laughed at the cut to poorly drawn ENA, so it was naturally kept just like that for that one shot. Awesome.
Everyone loved it. Hi, Anna.
Poorly drawn ENA is so fun. I'm glad they kept poorly drawn ENA for the...
Everyone deserves to see her.
Yeah. Okay, we're on Sticky Note Dog. Glasses Dog. Coral Glasses. Hi, Coral Glasses. This collection of concept art shows specific moments in Uncanny Streets Bright that we wanted the player to see, from the entity trapped in the building that you can talk to once the smoke clears, as well as the ascension up to the giant orb in the sky. These concepts of various characters were very important for the multitude of artists working on the game to use as reference. Some don't match exactly with what ended up in engine, but those changes were made through iteration and trusting the artist's individual visions.
Steelhouse.
Hello, CDI Wizard. The mannequins. Steelhouse looks so fucked up.
Yeah, it looks really busted.
I like that the stop sign is like a tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's holding a tongue, rather.
It's very organic.
Primary animatic for the US Bright window is revealed. This early animatic features the old Froggy Call UI concept of Froggy just being a giant floating head. Another idea of what the call effect should look in engine when Froggy calls ENA. We weren't really sure how silly the visual should be, though the final cup and string animation, once concept, seemed the best fit.
And then a Froggy appeared.
It's interesting that... Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it says we here.
We have the sudden urge to go to the bathroom. So... ENA, I don't know if this is final, but it might just be referring to... This might be just the phrase they used for the...
Like the playtesters?
For playtesters. I'm hiding that person. It's interesting. It's like, it might just be used for playtesters, but also, like, does ENA refer to herself as we?
I don't think so. In the context of the game, I don't remember her doing that. And then, like, the UI doesn't specifically. Like, they changed it in the final game to say, like, you instead of we.
Yeah. Originally, the quest images were not animated and were supposed to have a dithered look similar to the item preview models. However, after experimenting with different art styles on the right, we decided that an animated, pencil-drawn look fit much better and offered more life to the quests. I agree.
Yeah, I like that.
This is interesting, but I definitely like the pencil-drawn thing more.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like ENA made the sketch.
Yeah.
And for Hoarder Alex's interactions, this animated, animated needed.
Yeah.
Okay. Needed to convey the acting Joel had in mind for the participating animators. This includes specific poses and motions for the emotion and lore they need to convey. This kind of direction was common for characters that had a specific role in the narrative.
Dropping his files everywhere.
I love Hoarder Alex.
I love that they're just bags full of, like, file icons, like thumbnails.
Yeah. Small animatic to demonstrate the acting involved in Hoarder Alex's passive animations. I like the T-posing Alex in the background.
Yeah, he's just there. He's supervising.
A very basic prototype of the Witch's Crane puzzle that would be present in Uncanny Streets Bright. Yippee! Animations for the crane puzzle on US Sprite. Even though they're very tiny on screen, they still require considered animation. Perfectly refined mayonnaise procurement interface. Not for ENA.
Mayonnaise.
This is the only reference Joel handed off to direct the 3D animator for the Wanderer attacking the building in US Sprite.
Figure it out. You got this. Let's go.
This is the image I was looking for. Oh my god. I saw this image one time and I could never find it again. And now I know it's in here. Thank God. Animation with transition between the US Sprite and core scenes. This animation would occur in-engine almost entirely due to the complex camera movement and on-screen visuals needing to interact with game systems such as the call dialogue UI. These animations were created using Blender by several 3D artists. The camera in Blender was made to have the same settings to line up the action and make sure it looks correct in-engine. A lot of words that I'm bad at interpreting, but this is cool. I like seeing animatics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Money Dog. Video demonstrating a smaller feature that we only use in certain places. Now, I'm realizing this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's okay, chat. I haven't done a 3-hour stream in a long time, so it's probably okay. Video demonstrating a smaller feature that we only use in certain places. Our relocator for the player originally did not consider the travel direction of the player when teleporting them. This is a small demo of adding that functionality. You can also kind of see the interior of the ship, showing some of its non-Euclidean properties. Oh, it's interesting that they had the name above the character.
Yeah, I guess probably for, like, you know, during production, keeping track of who's who.
Yeah.
Letting people know what's going on.
This demonstrates the more complex rig made for the barely visible neck joint of the taxi driver. Game dev seems really hard.
Yeah. If I made a game, it would probably not be like a 2-dimensional game because I would not do all of this.
Yeah, I would probably do like a text-based game, honestly.
Yeah.
This faraway view of this area shows the illusion of the sky. How the illusion of the sky is created by following the player's position. The sky can appear infinitely far away. It is in several locations across the game. Top left. This texture is used to control the timing of the lights across the bay on the ocean. On a technical level, this is a concept of simple scrolling UVs. Bottom left is the first concept painting of this area, pulled directly from the artist's head. Yeah, this is the area I was trying to get to. I was trying to get when I was interacting with the taxi. I didn't know how to do it, so...
Oh well.
But there's this, like, there's a very nice-looking area, and there's, like, an NPC there. It's this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Behold! Various dithering and compression schemes to achieve the right level of crust.
Crusting him.
I'm so glad they refer to it that way. Oops. A fun side venture into the design of the chocolate's currency symbol. We explored a few avenues and through the back and forth iterations land on the symbol used in the game, a heavily truncated theobromine molecule.
Theobromine. I'll Google it.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna Google it, but I'll keep going. These very early concepts of how uncanny streets would play show a few things. Sorry, I'm like getting tongue twisted.
It's found in chocolate.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Originally, we called the bright and dark versions of Uncanny Streets up and down. This turned out to be awful for communication. The second set of images shown how the Purge event was originally envisioned, though the final version isn't as intense as the bottom storyboard. I guess... Oh, it seems like you would have to, like, get through, like, sort of enemies, I guess. Like, judging by shot number 19 here. Like, you would have to try to get through the other partygoers, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting that they don't let you find every NPC in that scene. You can only find one before it starts filling up. I guess besides
I guess just to keep it from... Yeah, besides task you made. I guess just to keep you, like, coming back, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta find more stuff.
The straw over by Joel in Uncanny Streets Dark goes over how he animated the Watchers playing. Yeah, cute. There's like they like dance in a circle here. It's cute. One of the earliest location concepts we had for Uncanny Streets Dark and the whole of Dream Barbecue. This includes the non-Euclidean nature of the Purge event's lobby being inside the ear. This was accomplished in-engine by using our 3D skybox feature to display geometry that is actually somewhere else, as if it was behind the ear. We both did them.
Yeah.
The storyboard was to direct the more complicated introduction animation. This was made early on before we implemented videos into the game. Once we did that, all the animation in the game became much more interesting. Hey, it's this guy.
Oh, it's Benrocco Man.
Benrocco Man.
Benrocco Man. He's Australian.
Sad. Nothing
Australians
against
have been blown up.
Storyboard for several shots of Me Too's cinematic cutscene.
I like Me Too. I like her whole weird thing she's got going on.
Yeah, Me Too's model is also cute. I like Me Too.
If she says a word that has too many letters, she gets exploded into blood. That's kind of awesome.
Consists of major characters in the Purge event. The last, Mia, was originally supposed to appear with the others. However, due to the water in her design needing a lot of detail and animation time, she was excluded from Chapter 1. Wait, so we're gonna get her in a different chapter? Pretty swag. I forgot what this guy's name is, but I like Power Ranger Man.
I don't know his name.
He's a Sentai hero.
Super Sentai.
Oh, animate for Hei Ito's cinematic. This is really fun to animate in 3D. It was, I swear, it was fun.
Being held at gunpoint. Even just animating this in 2D looks like I would start blowing things up.
Yeah. This animatic for the entrance to the Purge event was used to make both the pre-rendered 3D animations for the pot, but also the camera motion and screen effects that happened in-engine. This transition shows a cut version of ENA that was originally supposed to appear in the Purge event and the core scenes. Early on, ENA had a striped peppermint appearance that got changed to her greenish humanoid form.
Peppermint.
The peppermint.
Spins. She's throwing a tantrum on the floor.
That was interesting. They originally go with a different ENA.
Just a different style.
Yeah.
You know, like her bad form of her not doing well.
There's a small bunch of animatics for the Purge event creatures during the party.
They're always doing this.
Violence. Kill,
violence and
kill. This happens all the time. I would speed through this more, but this is, like, interesting to me, so... Biting the next fish from the tail. Oh, fuck, human centipede. The centipedes. Alright. Purge event creature version of ENA with no issues or visual bugs at all.
I think we can believe Luke Merman.
This programmer art graybox of the Purge event shows how different elements of the game were built a piece at a time, making sure they play well before art and music are added to the final experience. Very cool drawing by Joel to show how ENA should look in the Purge event.
She looks like a square? That's awesome.
She's so small.
It doesn't give any details.
How are
it's
you
awesome.
that small? Oops. This delayed frame effect inspired by early Nintendo 64 games was developed to make the Purge event ending cutscene feel more interesting without needing to pre-render any videos. It functions simply by saving a frame to a texture and redisplaying it a little later. A quick and dirty storyboard to convey the original idea of the Purge event creature animations. Internally, these creatures were referred to as fish, but the pottery they are based on actually are orcas, which we did not know. It's a fitting coincidence that we ended up using orca whistles for the audio cue of the Purge event.
I always thought they looked more mammalian than fish-like, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they're more like some kind of whale to me. Another more refined version of the ending of the Purge event from a third-person angle. Sadly, the bouncing hat element of Enma's animation did not make it into the game. Sad.
That would have been awesome.
An animatic showing the final cutscene of the Purge event to be animated in 3D with effects in-engine. Damn, those eyes are on us for a really long time.
Yeah.
This video shows a rough blocking of the animation. It's important to have this intermediate version of the animation while working on it, so that the feel and impact can be tweaked easily. This is better for both the animator and the director of a sequence. Animations sound hard.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
Druid Dog. Oh, hell yes. Animatic for the core is intro cinematic.
The core.
Quite
like from
swag.
Undertale.
It's literally just like Undertale is the thing.
Also, it's interesting that she looks more like series ENA when she's like that, you know?
Yeah. This rough shows the effect Joel had in mind for the core intro. The blurry.
Happy Mint.
The core ended up being pretty close to Joel's original vision, minus some additional challenges on the bamboo platforms. And it originally was supposed to be red and white stripe, and early builds had the same stripes overlaid onto the player's vision when walking around the core. The giant bathroom gag was originally not intentional, but the visual of it was funny enough to write around.
Where's her hand? What happened?
Okay, we're good. These walkers on the bamboo platforms would be an extra challenge for the player to face while platforming. In the end, they weren't needed due to both the river being challenging and the player's expectation that they'd get to try again like in previous areas. We used this to our advantage and made the platforming just difficult enough to get across to the bathroom. So they were like fucking with you.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. It's like, oh, if you fall, you get to try again like everywhere else. Nope.
Fuck you! Third-person animatic to direct how the scene transition should happen in-engine. This specific transition was difficult because of the audio existing both between scenes and if you load in from the menu into Lost Village directly.
Look at my weird jelly bear.
This animatic for the intro of Lost Village was made to try to have the opening animation convey the hints needed to solve the Lost Village puzzle. During testing, not many people understood the puzzle, so we ended up needing to add many hints and dialogue to support the player not getting stuck or annoyed. Many locations ended up requiring a lot of testing due to us balancing art and practicality. God. Fucking jump scared. During development, we had an interesting event happen with this character. Due to a bug with the import of his sprites, his animation had several null values that would cause the Unity editor to crash if he was disabled in the scene. It took us a while to figure out that this character not being active was the cause, as Unity did not log any console errors.
You need Frank to live.
Load-bearing Frank. These were very early ideas for Dream Barbecue. Lost Village and Broken Palace, The Path to Broken Theodora. It can only be wondered how much time has passed.
Well, she broke because I hit her with a rock.
You heard it here first, folks. Flesh mandrill animation.
Who is this?
Who is this? These and the entities from Lost Village both have a chance of appearing on the Broken Palace Road. They do?
I guess so.
I guess I just didn't pay attention.
Maybe they lied.
These animation roughs were an interesting problem to solve. In-engine, the player can cancel the animations at any time, as well as look at anything in the game. So, when recalling the human board, it must still look like it's possible. In-engine, we used the 3D version of the head and animated it to match the rough at the same frame rate. This allowed us to efficiently use sprites for Anna's hands only. The human, quote-unquote, version of Anna was originally designed by Brian Zavala as a fun experiment to draw Anna in a hands-up animation style. Joel liked the idea and iterated on it. Eventually, that design replaced the stripped/striped version of Anna that was originally in the core location.
Her happy smile.
This art's cute.
Yeah, I like this. It's cute.
I love Anna. She's so cool. Handsome dog.
How many dogs are there?
14. How many are we through? We're through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're
halfway through.
We're halfway done. Oh boy. I did not realize it would take this long. That's okay. This is a very early version of the bathroom level. The final location in-game ended up being larger with more proper anticipation for the narrative. though we still use this version as a base for the gray version of it in the chapter's ending. Part 1 of Theodora's cinematic cutscene. This was discussed and planned very early on. ENA having to interact with the in-engine rope was a fun detail that we thought helped break the separation of the 2D animation of the 3D game. For this whole interaction, it took 4 3D artists, 3 2D animators, and 2 developers to get what ends up in engine, with most individuals wearing several hats.
The hat wearers.
This scene is very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the angel. The angel animation.
What is exactly happening here?
Animated a second part of Theodora's cinematic cutscene. I love poorly drawn ENA. It's my favorite.
She doesn't even have a body here. She just had a head and a hand for a second.
My honest look. My honest look when you say target.
My honest look when you think you deserve to be forgiven.
The original animated partial animation of Theodora's cutscene was originally a concept early on. However, it took a lot of time to put the pieces together for 3D audio and sing-songy voice acting. This cutaway shows how, for some cutscenes, we have to reframe the in-engine camera to match the shots of the 2D animations and renders. Some cutscenes have to rely on the Unity timeline tools. However, others, like Theodora's, need more precise timing, so they are directed straight from dialogue. Quite longful, and I don't fully understand this, but I see that the camera perspective changes. I'm back. Hello. The animatics for the loop dialogues and the animatics for the main parts of the cutscene were used to gauge the scope needed for Theodora's model and rig. As she was a main character, her model and texture required a high resolution version, and her eyes and mouth needed to ENA. The rig here shows how her animations were accomplished, and her mouth is lip synced for voice lines. Her eyes and mouth use the same method of masking to not allow the teeth or pupils to leave the edges of the sprite. All 3D models and pre-rendered animations were made in Blender for this project, and it continues to be a powerful tool for us. Kind of why I want to learn Blender, but also that sounds
Every
like a lot.
time I've seen someone try to learn Blender, they look like they're gonna die, so...
Maybe when I have, like, more time on my hands.
Wow.
While making the 2D face rig for Theodora, this image was made as a meme while trying to match Joel's original direction. When Joel saw it, he said, "That's it, that's the perfect face." My honest reaction when I see an ENA. The full view of model used in Theodora's cutscene. The coin/medallion may be familiar. Is it?
Not that I can recognize off the top of my head.
I don't know most things. My first thought is it literally looks like... It looks like the coins in Avatar, but that's just like a very loose relation.
Yeah, it's kind of that's kind of a generic design for a coin.
These angels, Venuses were Vensuses. Were concepted very early on in development. However, they didn't see much implementation until the last few months of Chapter 1's development, showing up in Froggy's calls, the Ascension sequence, and several animated cutscenes. So yeah, I was right in calling them angels. Theodora's transitional animations for her interactions. It was important to have these thematically consistent for the chapter. Smoke.
Smoke.
Oops. I'm not gonna look at the full animatics, but Anna for the collection of the hourglass dogs.
Goodbye, doggy.
Goodbye, epic doggy. Whoa, redacted dog. This animation was supposed to be an example animation for using the human board item in Door 1, however it was not used.
Oh, so this is the animation of what, the animatic we saw earlier.
Ooh. So they actually, like, finished it.
Yeah, and then they just didn't use it. Sad.
Sad. It's a cool animation is the thing.
Yeah, it is cool. I guess maybe they just thought it wouldn't be, like, thematically appropriate or something.
Yeah, that's the only... This photo edition includes bonus wallpapers, gifts, and more. Would you like to view them now? Not right now. Okay, Bug Dog. One major issue that we noticed for some cutscenes is that on lower-end hardware is that lower end hardware would stutter. While we weren't able to address this on all machines, we did find the main cause and worked to fix it. As in the scene here, Dracula's shot still carried information in the alpha channel even though it was invisible. Once we realized this, we worked to call out the extra data and lower the bitrate significantly. Yay, optimization, they care about it. As someone who tried to learn Blender, I
have never seen anyone begin learning Blender and enjoy it.
I'm aware it's probably not a good idea, but it's still like maybe an artistic venture that I might try, but I'm probably just gonna stick to wood carving. Anyways.
Wood carving.
In the hub, we noticed that the second and first floors would actually intersect with the Blood Ocean. Because of this, we designed a teleport system to seamlessly move the player between the lower and upper floors. Given the chance to start over, we may have implemented a portal system like other games. Smortal. In several scenes, we wanted to get a sense of scale without hurting performance by increasing our camera's chipping planes to thousands of meters. To do this, we made a 3D skybox system that projects the image from a second camera far beneath the scene with the geometry we'd like to see in the sky. This one projects to the current sky, but we used the same method to project onto mesh surfaces as well for a non-Euclidean effect. We used a similar method in Temptation Stairway for both the Mannequin Expanse and Shepherd's Observatory. Quite swag.
Cool that those are all kind of, coming together.
For some scenes,
yeah, see, I can't look at this stuff and know what's going on.
Some scenes, we need the camera to be animated to a specific timeline or a specific composition. To do this, we used the camera rig in Blender to animate the sequence and could easily import it into Unity. Yeah, I don't know shit about this dog. I'm sorry. Luke Merman's internal prototype scene for development. We also tried to include Evan's prototype scene. However, something happened where if we tried to open it, the Unity editor hangs, crashes, and generates a 16GB log file.
That's a lot. What's going on there?
We don't know why or how this happened, as it worked a few weeks ago.
16GB log file.
The holes where the player uses the human board use several shaders to allow the geometry to cut into anything they're placed on. These systems were one of the earliest things he worked on when making Dream Barbecue.
Really crazy because that's 16GB is bigger than the game.
Yeah.
It's like 4 times the size.
Because some of ENA's in-engine animations are sprites, we needed to balance size on disk and visual quality. To save space for many of the sprites, we cut out the mouths of characters so they can be stored as a smaller animation of sprites that is displayed on top of the base sprite. We made many tools for the game, and a custom sprite importer was absolutely necessary for these complex sprite animations. Example of how we write and control the at least they show us our code, their code. That's
I know very basic HTML and nothing else.
On the left is a standard looping dialogue, and the right is an example of a more complex cutscene with specific timings. This video shows how we wanted to use 8-way sprites for some objects in the game. In addition to the sprites we needed, we also need to use some shader magic to cut part of the surface they're resting on to allow them to be seen in full. You can see that from behind, the lid is actually clipping into the ground. The extra meshes we use with stencil masks prevent the player from seeing that, however. Also, that is John's actual trash can he took photos of.
Let's go.
Awesome.
I didn't know people still had trash cans that looked like that.
Some people do. The shader for the amoeba guy is one of the few instances of array marching that we use in the game. Mathematical spheres follow traditionally animated Rig's bones. Because he's a shader, he can do a lot of things normal geometry cannot, like be goopy.
Let's go, yes. Goopy guy.
So goopy. Mustache dog. Full concept of the main menu animations, including how the different panels flow between each other. Ooh. The original concept of the main menu animation. Yep. A glimpse into the 3D text for the main menu, and a glimpse into Luke Thompson's bubblegum pink mind.
I do like pink and purple gradients.
Yeah, pink is a nice range. Oh shit.
The doggies.
There's a lot of deliberation about what the hourglass dog icon should look on the menu. That is, until Joel drew this for a few moments and shared it with the team. It was very clear what should be done.
100 dogs.
Cute. A brief concept of how ENA opening her inventory would look once animated. Every element of the UI went through several concepts before finding what felt right. Oh god, it's 8:35. This is taking longer than doing the actual ending.
Hold on, I see something in the right hand of the screen that I really need to watch or see.
Don't worry. An early concept from
What is
Joel
she doing?
for dialogue history. Notably, the game didn't actually have a dialogue history system until a few months before release, but the concept existed for a while before this. A video showing the early version of the tool select screen. The screen has been through a few implementations before landing on the one that feels good for one or more tools. She's trying to sell you insurance.
Let's go.
Reminds me of Invader Zim.
She wants you to get in on her Prism scheme now. She needs to sell 300 bottles of water to you.
While we always had an idea of what the support edition might look like, this concept helped cement its design. Throughout development, we had been collecting neat things to put in here, though it was only a week or so before launch we put this UI together. We're very happy with how it came out. Yay! For the trailer, we had several versions of this painting. Each is more decrepit than the last. While this original was painted by Brian Zavala, John Fraser added the decay to each one after. The last and most decayed version seen in the trailer actually has an image of a moth baked into it, spanning almost the whole image. Good thing I can't tell it's a moth.
Well, it's big image, so.
The shot from the official trailer included some interesting Easter eggs, as well as technical feats from Brian Zavala. Using the Adobe Suite, he was able to paint by hand planes of textures and construct them in a faux 3D environment in After Effects, rendering it out to be able to pan down to ENA. Many other elements here were also constructed in a non-destructive manner to allow for quick changes because Joel wanted to include any other secrets. Quite cool. It's like a phone wallpaper size. Like, look at that.
Yeah, it is.
Dog. The long, incomplete list of iterations Joel had for this new design of ENA in 2021. It was a team effort to come up with just the right combinations of colors and attitudes.
The two on the top right are very cute. I like the outfit.
Yeah, they're cute. I like how all of them feature the like communist hat.
Yeah, I think the colors on the very last one are very cool too.
Yeah, I like this one. I love ENA's outfit in this. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very stylish.
I like the shorts.
I always liked that kind of hat.
The shorts are quite swag.
Yeah. Froggy.
These are some of the original designs of Froggy at start development. I distinctly remember waking up at 7 a.m. to an everyone from Joel asking to choose one of these designs. It was incredible.
His jorts.
I'm glad they went with this one, but I think Jorts Froggy would have been really funny.
He's gonna wear jorts to the barbecue, don't worry.
Alternate universe that should have been.
Yes, Lami.
Froggy's facial expressions all came from Joel's own face. When implemented in Engine, we noticed that some of the animations didn't fit the dialogue unless they were timed to change with Froggy's intonation. Because of this, we ended up putting more effort into having these looping animations timed to fit the dialogue. He's so strange.
He's just looking like this.
Some of the many concepts for the UI of Froggy calls. With several people offering ideas, it's possible to see the iterative design process used for many parts of the game. I like this illustration of ENA. It's literally... This is literally just like the portrait they use on Joel G's website for ENA.
Awesome.
Because much of the art of this game was directly inspired by early video games, we photobashed many of our textures using real-life photos. On top of these, after collaging them together, we often painted our layers by hand to unify the colors and design or to extend them.
Why?
Many of the textures in ENA Dream Barbecue were actually painted at full resolution before being scaled down and dithered. Often we only had to paint up to a level of detail that would look good when we scaled way down. All the textures in Dream Barbecue are either hand-painted or photobashed from real photographs. This is because most game art in the 90s only had these two options. That's neat. Each location in ENA Dream Barbecue has a specific palette of 256 or fewer colors. This makes it especially easy for artists to add assets to an area and have them blend in seamlessly. Not every asset texture needs to adhere 100%, but having the majority of colors the same is a big requirement for the artistic direction of these games' 3D assets. That's actually a pretty good, rule to have.
Yeah, there's to have color cohesion.
These images show how we use dithering in the majority of our textures. When used tastefully, dithering can help blend painted parts of a base texture and also unify photo textures with hand-painted additions. quite swagful.
The look of dithering.
This is a start-to-finish example of how a little asset can be made. Starting with a brainstorming of ideas, quick doodle concepts are made, then clarified, then made in texture. Many things in Dream BBQ were made through this process. As artists, we allowed the assets to be what they'd like to be from beginning to end. Findall bobblehead, so cute.
Findall.
I need Findall bobblehead in real life. When coming up with the quest images, there was a bit of iteration across different ideas. It was important to us to be creative, but also not confuse the player with who was giving the quest or what the quest was about. Donna is the real-life dog the Hourglass dog is based on. We all love her dearly.
Doggy.
This is what she looks like in real life.
She looks exactly like that.
Alright. Yes, the Tusky Maiden dog. We all experienced quite a few crashes in Unity, though many of them were our fault. Some of the notable and scary crashes we encountered were the ones we couldn't track down the cause of. One of these happened when trying to reset our cinematic audio every frame by accident. This low-level command would cause our audio solution to break and hard crash the game. This wasn't a huge issue on the desktop, but pretty significant on the Steam Deck, which had no safety net for a hard crash. One of the more serious crashes we saw during playtesting stemmed from characters like this one in Uncanny Streets Bright. Due to an error with how we triggered voice lines or chatter, the game had a chance of crashing due to a memory error in our audio solution. Early on we playtested Lost Village. This did not go well. Our testers did not understand the hints from the opening cutscene, so we added particles to the characters. They did not usually understand this either. We added Frank to help clarify further through dialogue you cannot skip with highlighted text. While not perfect, we do like how Lost Village turned out overall.
You have to listen to Frank.
During development, we always had the idea of making a Lost Woods-inspired puzzle. However, it is hard to know how players will react to puzzles like this, and it still causes us problems. With 2 visual hints, every NPC saying "follow the whistle" being reiterated in the opening cutscene. Twice, it's still in the air if players understand what to do. We tweaked this up until launch, but it is what it is.
They'll figure it out eventually.
I had a little bit of trouble at first, so I get it. We're working on the game. We wanted to release it on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and Steam Deck if possible. Because of this, we encountered some interesting visual bugs when testing on the different platforms. We had most of our visual issues showing up on Metal on Mac OS. These usually arose from our custom rendering methods for things like the 3D. We have the several screen effect shaders. Here it is demonstrated our 3D skybox shader never cleared the depth buffer, so it would smear until nans appeared as giant black bars. We're not sure why everything is green and purple though.
You know, just for fun.
Another Metal API bug. It's how we fake the expansiveness of our... Okay, this is a little hard to look at.
Yeah, can you like pause it?
If you have epilepsy, I'll pause it.
There you go.
There you go. Because we fake the expansiveness of our faux skyboxes, we use some polar coordinate math to calculate the pixel values. This, however, on Metal seemed to introduce floating point errors that would explode into nans. Likely what happened was a rounding error that led to a divide by zero error when sampling the texture. I love missing texture so much.
No more textures.
This bug on Metal occurred for the same reason as the other camera-related bugs. Due to the buffer not clearing, the HDR values would balloon rapidly at a ridiculously high range. This caused whole sections of the screen to become bright and black as the graphics API didn't know how to display them when trying to calculate the bloom.
She's getting flashbanged.
Oh my god, this reminds me of a game I played. I can't remember what game it was, but it's like a dinosaur game, and it's like a really low budget one, right? It had a problem where if you used night vision and then turned off the night vision and then turned it back on again, it would like keep spawning like a really fucking bright ball at your feet, and like every time you pressed night vision, it would just add that giant fucking bright ball that you can only see in night vision, and it would just like, it made it impossible to see. It was very silly. The human board step effect is a vertex shader applied to the model. This video shows partially how it was controlled and some errors that came with it. Example being, feet start to rise because of a asymptote in the math near 0, the origin of the model. Fun. Another Metal on macOS visual bug. Bro, this
Stuff
is not...
just keeps happening on macOS.
Dream BBQ.
My new ENA game.
This happened, we learned, due to having multiple cameras rendering for our equipment layer and our main player viewer. Since we didn't want the human board clipping into walls when you stand in front of one, we rendered it through a separate camera to be drawn on top. macOS didn't like our first approach, though. I like programming, but it does not like me. Most of my commits to this game were commits of sound and 3D assets. Any commits of code didn't to look like this. Final attempt to make cutscene work. Add like 70% of Tasky Maiden's new stuff, although none of it works. Luke, help. Add non-functional Blizzard noise. Luke, help. Update particle system on Chili Human Board. Luke, help me. Re-add part of the deleted observer fix. Sorry, Luke.
Apologize now.
Donut Dog.
Doggy.
Hey, we're at the end. Thank you all for playing our game. It's been a wild ride.
The doggy.
This is cute. I like this.
I like the picture on the top left because the dog looks nefarious. Yeah. My devious animal.
Big fan of this image.
1 million doggy.
That's gonna be my last ENA stream until Chapter 2 releases.
Woohoo! We did it!
Hold on, view bonus files. This will
You
open
put that dead meat in its place.
So open your system's file manager. I'm not sharing my full screen, so it should be fine. Oh fuck. Babe, there's ringtones.
Whoa, I didn't know people still did ringtones.
Wait a minute. Hourglass's ringtone? Yes! 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 Chat, I have new ringtones. Let's fucking go. I don't actually have a ringtone on my phone. So that'll be great. Alright. This was a really good experience. This was much longer than my usual streams. I used to do 3 hours, and now I do 2 hours typically. Or like 2.5, but I'm very happy we got to go through everything. And thank you for sticking around even though you are the yawner.
Yeah, it's getting lateful here.
Alright. You have a good night, babe. Get good rest. And,
yeah.
Chat, I will see you on Saturday for... Fuck, what was it? Silent Hill. Right. Okay.
Smile.
Alright. I love you. Thanks for chilling.
Yeah, I love you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Alright. Thank you, chat. Thank you for hanging around. Always appreciate your presence. Thank you for being civil in chat. Pretty appreciate it. Alright. Have a good night, y'all. Bye-bye.